Coal power is the combustion of fossilized carbon to produce heat. Coal-fired power plants use this heat to spin turbines in order to produce electricity.
Coal is one of the world's most abundant forms of non-renewable energy. The United States is believed to contain approximately 25% of the world's known coal reserves.
The average levelized cost of conventional coal is $100 per megawatt hour, making it the fourth least expensive form of energy behind hydropower, geothermal, and natural gas.
Coal can be transformed into liquid or gas forms in addition to being burned directly. Liquefied or gasified coal is easier to transport and tends to burn cleaner.
Coal-fired power plants are a major source of air pollution. The carbon dioxide emissions from coal are a major cause of acid rain and climate change.
Air pollution from coal power plants pose serious health concerns. Individuals with respiratory disease are especially susceptible to the particulates that are produced by these plants. Additionally, the act of burning coal releases heavy metals like mercury and lead, which cause developmental and neurological problems in humans.
Coal is a finite resource. Coal reserves are the product of thousands of years of decomposition and compression of organic material. It is currently being used at a rate that is nowhere near sustainable. Nuclear power is the use of exothermic nuclear processes to generate electricity. The most common types of nuclear fuel are uranium-235 and plutonium-239. These compounds are obtained via a system of mining, refining, and purifying uranium and plutonium ore.
Nuclear power is carbon neutral. The Nuclear Energy Institute estimates that if the world were to replace the energy being produced through nuclear power with fossil fuels, we would generate 2 billion tons more CO2 each year.
Nuclear energy is economically stable. It is affected neither by the fluctuating prices of fossil fuels nor by the variability of some alternative energy sources.
Nuclear power plants are capable of producing large amounts of energy, enabling them to meet the needs of large industrial centers or major cities.
Nuclear power has the potential to cause catastrophic and widespread radioactive contamination. Nuclear power relies on a controlled environment of nuclear fission. When this environment spins out of control, then nuclear meltdowns become a possibility. Chernobyl, 3 Mile Island, and the Fukushima Daiichi meltdowns are all examples of disasters that can occur when nuclear reactors are damaged.
The average nuclear power plant generates 20 metric tons of nuclear waste annually. Globally, that is more than 2,000 metric tons produced each year. Nuclear waste releases radiation and heat which corrodes containers that hold it. It can take tens of thousands of years for these materials to reach acceptable levels of radioactivity.
The average levelized cost of nuclear power is higher than other types of renewable energy, at about $112 per megawatt hour. Unlike the price of wind, solar, geothermal, and tidal power, which continue to fall each year, the majority of the cost of nuclear power is the construction of the nuclear power plant, which remains incredibly expensive. Natural gas is a fossil fuel that is formed when layers of buried plants and animals are exposed to intense heat and pressure over thousands of years. To produce usable energy, natural gas is combusted in order to spin turbines.
Natural gas is the overall cheapest form of energy. The average levelized cost of natural gas is between $67 and $93 per megawatt hour, which is significantly lower than the cost of coal, wind, solar, nuclear, and hydropower.
Natural gas burns cleaner than other fossil fuels. It produces approximately 45% less carbon dioxide than coal and 30% less carbon dioxide than oil.
The infrastructure needed for the widespread use of natural gas has already been built. Natural gas can be easily processed and delivered for use in power plants, cars, and industrial processes.
Natural gas contains between 80% and 95% methane, which traps 25 times more heat than carbon dioxide. Ultimately, natural gas still produces an unsafe amount of greenhouse gases.
Most estimates predict that known natural gas reserves can continue to provide energy for 250 years. However, natural gas is produced very slowly through natural processes. When these reserves run out, it will take thousands of years for them to replenish.
The process of extracting natural gas from shale, known as fracking, poses many potential environmental concerns. The pollution of surface and groundwater, the release of volatile organic compounds into the atmosphere, and the destabilization of the ground around a fracture all pose a threat to human, animal, and plant life in the area.